Hello, welcome to today's video. I want to apologize in advance if you hear any loud car sounds in the background. I'm filming in the middle of the day and I can't control the outside conditions, but today I wanted to make a video showing how I package photo cards. And this is the method that I use most often, but there are some exceptions to that, which I'll get into in a second. But generally speaking, I like to package photo cards in the most sort of like sustainable slash reusable way possible. So I tend to reuse a lot of things that I get in the mail, and we'll go through everything that I use in a second. So yeah. Okay, so to start out, we obviously have a photo card that we'll be packaging. This is one I'm not actually trading or selling it, but I thought I'd use Jonghyun's She Is photo card for my example today with how I package small items. So you're gonna have a photo card, and then the first thing I'd like to think about is a sleeve. So I also have plastic sleeves, and this is what I started out using, and this is usually what people send to me when they have packaged a photo card. So I know most people probably have seen these before, just like a really clear, thin plastic sleeve. My first biggest thing is that always just reuse what you get and what you already have. So before you go out and start buying new materials to make sleeves, use the sleeves that you currently have. So I have this package here, which is a combination of new and used sleeves that I've just put in. And I use them occasionally, and I mostly use them when I sell things to other people, just because if you have like a large amount, it can be nice. But I also have a plastic-free sleeve solution, and that is this glassine paper. Basically what glassine paper is, it's like, it kind of looks like a parchment paper, but it's for art archival purposes. So they use it to store prints and keep them like safe from elements. So this paper is like glossy, it's waterproof if it's sealed correctly. So it basically acts like a plastic, but it is in fact a paper. And I got this from an art supply store, but it comes in like these big sheets like this. And what I usually do is I just cut out a piece the size of like a photo card sleeve and essentially just store it inside, and then I'm going to tape the edges to make it into a sleeve. So yeah, this is a method I like because I just figure once I run out of plastic sleeves, I don't want to go buy any more new ones, so I'm just going to use glassine paper instead. Okay, so I'm going to take the photo card, put it into the glassine paper like that, and then I'm going to take some washi tape. I have this neighborhood Totoro one, and I also have this like just grid pattern one. I think I'm just going to use the grid pattern one for sealing the sleeve itself. I like to use like the more decorative washi tapes on like the outsides and places, but you know, when it has a more functional use, sometimes I just enjoy using the plainer looking ones to do that. So what I usually do is I just take the washi and I'm just gonna seal it from all three sides. Okay, so after your photo card's in your sleeve, the next thing I do is I take this shipping shield, and this is actually a cardboard top loader that is meant for any type of trading card. Recently I was running low on plastic top loaders, which I still have like plenty of plastic top loaders that I will use as well, just because I tend to just reuse whatever I get in a trade or sale, which I think is a really great way to just cut down on waste, obviously, and it's good to encourage people to reuse them as well. But since I was running out of any top loaders, I decided that if I was going to buy new ones, I didn't want to buy plastic ones. So thankfully I found this brand. It's like a small business, and it's USA based. So I don't know how well it works with international shipping, but I ordered 200 cardboard top loaders from them, and they sent them to me. They do like orders like on a monthly basis, pre-orders, and then once they have the stock in supply, it comes to so quick. Sorry, my storage was full, so I had to clear some videos off my phone. But basically, their service is really great. I will put their website, social media information in the description so that you can go check them out. But I highly recommend. So I think basically comparing these two, the shipping shield's actually way better for photo cards for a few reasons. Just because first thing is that you can fit up to 10 cards into the shipping shield. Meanwhile, with like a regular plastic top loader, I would say maybe like 3 maximum inside here before it starts getting too cramped. But there's definitely a lot more room inside of this, and it basically has the same level of protection. It is slightly thicker, but because you'll be able to fit more cards in it than say like if you had to like put like 4 to 5 top loaders in a sale or trade with a lot of cards, this would actually come out lighter. And this is still light enough to send in an envelope with a stamp. So I use them like just with one photo card or with multiples. I think it works either way. It has basically the same level of flexibility as the plastic one, and it's actually I think a bit stronger, especially like vertically speaking. Like this is a lot more flimsy this way, but this one's a lot more yeah, strong. So how it works is you just slide your photo cards in like that, and then you fold it over, and then I just tape it down with some washi tape. Okay, so that's all sealed up. I will say I've seen some people do some pretty cool things with decorating these, as far as like you can draw on them, you can paint on them, write on them. So that's kind of fun. I usually just go for the plain look, but then I usually just take the shipping shield and I'm gonna tape it down into this greeting card. This is actually a greeting card I've saved from another trade and cut to fit this little envelope I had lying around. I tend to like to save greeting cards that I get from things because it does save money, and it also saves paper to reuse greeting cards as well. So I always love it when people don't write directly on the greeting cards, but instead just like tape a note in. I really appreciate that. So I tend to just put a piece of washi tape and then press down, and it'll stay in place. And then, you know, the next step would be to like write a note. So I either take like a longer note if I have like more to say, or if it's to like a close friend, or I don't know, I just maybe have a lot to tell them about, you know, the card, or, you know, want to recommend songs. And then I also just use sticky notes for like a briefer message, which I'm probably just going to use the sticky note for now. But, you know, generally speaking, I just have like a thing that says like, hi there. And then, you know, like a thanks, and put my username at the bottom. So I've just put my Instagram handle for, that's usually where I do my trades and sales. And then generally speaking, I just throw in my freebies that I would give with any sort of trade. So usually I have like little prints and then some like stickers and other sorts of freebies. And I usually don't put them in a plastic sleeve unless I have extras. I totally can do that. But in general, I'll just like throw them in there, and then I go to tape up the card. Yep, and then I would just slide it in the envelope, and at this point, you know, I'd seal it, put a stamp on the front, and address it, but I think everyone generally gets how that works. But yeah, so just in general, my biggest philosophy when it comes to like being sustainable or zero waste, number one is to always reuse things first. So if you get plastic top loaders and plastic sleeves in the mail, or you already have them, like, don't worry about it. Just like use those. It's not a big deal. And also encourage the people that you trade and sell with to reuse the things that you give them. Usually what I do is that like, I just like write on the note, like, please reuse this greeting card, or please reuse the top loaders in your next trade or sale. Just because I think it's good to encourage other people to do the same thing that you're doing, and then that hopefully overall, like in the long run, less people will be using the single-use plastics like that. So yeah, in general, just reuse what you have first, and then if you start to run out, definitely look into the more plastic-free or recyclable, reusable options. I love the shipping shield, people, but you absolutely do not need to buy shipping shields unless you are like out of top loaders. So don't just like go buy those and then throw away your plastic top loaders or anything like that. But yeah, that's just my general sort of tips and advice. Same thing with like the with sleeves and with washi tapes or other things. Like just use whatever you have around first. And then over time, as you're starting to like replace what you have, you know, you can start to add other types of products into your trading and selling materials. So yeah, thanks for watching this really short vid. I will see you again soon with another video.